Hey guys, welcome to the second part of the previous podcast that was the importance of trying out different things and failing. So, if there's someone who just clicked on this, hi, I'm Ishani, and I've just started this podcast called the Ish Talks podcast, and welcome here. And also, if you haven't listened to the previous podcast, that's about trying out different things and failing, you must, because that is how you'll feel connected to this one, because this is the part in continuation with it. So I was basically discussing the importance of trying out different things and failing at it, in your career, in your life. And I think if you don't try, you do not find your passion. And that is the way to find your purpose in life and something that you're really, really passionate about and would want to do for the rest of your life. So I was basically going through LinkedIn day before yesterday, and I was basically going through the pages of various entrepreneurs or various businessmen and women who have their businesses established now and who are very successful. For example, I was going through the founder of Sugar Cosmetics and Humans of Bombay and a few other companies. And the most common thing that I found between among all these people was their experiences. So what I found was that their business right now, like the company right now, was not the only company that they started. Okay, so they actually were the founding members or the co-founding members of other startups as well. Like they actually had done a few businesses or a few startups before this their ongoing business now. So, I felt that okay, so they have this company running and successful, but this was not their first attempt at business. This was not their first attempt at starting something new. So, there must be a story behind them. There must be something that would have, their journeys basically. So, and I was thinking to myself that I don't know if their previous businesses failed or, they might have failed or they were acquired by different other companies or, maybe they're still a part of those businesses now. But I was thinking to myself that how much they would have learned from those, startups, right? From those journeys, right? And from those failures. Because even if they failed or even if, that got sold out to somebody else or whatever, they didn't end it. I mean, they still started something new and now it is so successful and now it is so established and there are so many things that actually goes behind an entrepreneur's mind, I think, and they never stopped. Like I think not all of them, obviously, I think for Humans of Bombay, the founder of Humans of Bombay, actually, I think in her experience it was only Humans of Bombay, but I actually was going through a lot of pages, I don't even remember now. So they actually had a lot of other companies before this as well, and I was thinking to myself that if they had never tried those businesses or those startups, they would have never ended where they are today, right? This was the journey that was meant for them, and they would have learned so much from those failures or from those lessons. Even if it doesn't fail, okay, I'm not saying that every business fail only then you succeed. Even if it was successful, there are so many lessons that you get to learn from those experiences. And maybe the reason now that this business that they're running currently is so successful is because they had learned from their mistakes that they have attempted at in their past business or startups or whatever they had. So if it weren't for those experiences and for those journeys, they maybe wouldn't be where they are today. And for me, it is very true. In January 2020, no, not January, January 2021, I also started a drop shipping business with my friend. Although it didn't run for a while, it just ran for like 2 months and then we had to pause it for some reasons. I know that that was a passion of mine or dream of mine, and it still is. And I know, like, we had put in quite a few months to get it started, and there were so many things that I needed to learn. And even when we paused it, obviously it was not a very good feeling. it did hurt a little, but more than that, I actually got to know that what lessons I needed to learn from this and what was lacking that I needed to work upon, and what are all the things that are included in a business, and so many things that you have to take care of, and this and that and this and that. So if I wouldn't have tried it at that point, maybe I wouldn't know what things are important. And maybe even now I don't know all the things. Obviously I'm still gonna make mistakes and whatever, but if it is not for the experiences, if it's not for the journey, I don't think that you actually get to learn your lessons. Obviously I think that you should learn from somebody else's life as well, from somebody else's lessons as well, or someone else's failures as well. But there are certain things in life that only your journey or only your experience can teach you. And for that to happen, you have to actually go out there and attempt it. If you're too scared to even start it, or if you're too scared to, what will happen next, you're never going to do that. And when you never do that, you're never going to learn. Because maybe you have to fail at two or three things to actually be successful at your fourth. I think, so many, even people who, are preparing for IAS examinations and, very tough exams that are there. Obviously, I'm not saying not everybody, but a lot of people actually clear it after two or three attempts or more than those attempts. I'm not very confident about the ratio or the percentage of it. But and what happens is they do not give up after that. They still attempt it. It's not that okay, first time I'm not gonna do it again. It's a waste of time or whatever, because they learn that where they were lacking. After attempting those exams, they actually get to know, okay, this is the portion where I'm lacking at, and this is what I need to learn more, or practice more. So if you don't attempt it, you won't get to learn it. And also, I think once you actually start something or do something and fail at it, the next time that you want to start, you won't feel that scared or anxious about it. I think whenever you want to start something fresh, something new that you have never done before, you are a little anxious, you are a little worried, you don't know, you feel like, I don't know what's gonna happen, what if it won't work, what if this happens, what if that happens. Once you have actually experienced quite a few things and quite a few ventures, you will actually get very confident in starting something new. Like, you wouldn't think about all those what ifs, like what if it doesn't work out, what if it doesn't work out, you'll learn and maybe you'll try something else. You get this confidence of starting something new, that you're not worried anymore, you're not scared anymore, because you have already done it in the past, right? Obviously, that's for like everything. If you attempt something new, you are maybe scared a bit in the beginning, but after you're done, you're confident, you're pretty confident. So one more lesson that you learn from it is you actually get to be confident that before starting something new again, you'll be confident enough, you won't be anxious that much, you won't be scared that much. And the last thing for this podcast and for this lessons to be learned is, for me, people who are actually very supportive of you and who you can actually rely upon. So I actually, through all those experiences that I had, I am so grateful for my friends, and I'm really very very grateful for my friends. I have a friend who I call my best friend and my soul sister. She knew nothing. We are complete opposites, okay? We actually have nothing in common. If you see us and if you listen to our hobbies or whatever, anything like that, you will not see one common thing between us. And I think for friends, if for you to be friends with somebody, you actually need some common interest or something like that. But we do not have that. What actually brought us together was a mindset, and our soul also. So that is why I call her my soul sister, because we agree on things and we talk about things that I or even her will not usually talk about it with anybody else. So when I wanted to start out making music covers or dance covers, YouTube or this and that, she did not even know a thing about it. Nothing at all. But she just wanted to be supportive. And for her to be supportive, she actually learned those things. I still remember whenever I wanted to record a song, she would actually roam with me in the campus to find a quiet place. And, then she would tell me to, okay, you go and sit there and you record your cover. And I'm still here. I'm standing here and I'm walking here. Once you're done, call me. All right. And she would keep walking there, she would keep walking around, and if I had to make 10 attempts at it or 12 attempts at it, she would keep waiting, and then she would actually YouTube things, how to make a cover, and how to make how to have a mic working for you, and how to record it, what are the best ways to record it. She even decorated my wall for me to have a good background to record my video in. So through all these things, and it's not that she only even helped me then. After I stopped it and I wanted to try out something new, then she would learn that, how to help her in that, and even now, I actually was talking to her yesterday, and she was like, why don't you record your video as well? All right, you put it out on YouTube now, why don't you do that? And then she started sending me some of the YouTubers and stuff like that I can get inspired from, and this and that. I mean, it has been so many years, it has been 5 years that we are friends, and everything that I start or everything that I want to do, she's always so supportive. And it's not that you can only have a person who knows about that to be supportive. No, I have seen her making so many efforts to know about things, to learn about things, just so that she can help me. She has no benefit in that. She has in fact no benefit. She's actually, putting in so much time when she can actually do her own thing, but she wouldn't. She actually learned so many things for me, just to help me out. And I know, in my whole lifetime, if I try out 100 things, or if I do 100 things, or if I am occupied in so many things, she would always be there to help me. She would always learn things. She would always find out a way to help me. Even if she's ill or whatever, I have seen her through all the phases, bad phases, good phases, but she was always there. And just like that, I have another friend, and she is also my best friend, my the friend, what can I say, the friend love of my life. I'm so grateful for both of them. And she was my roommate before we became best friends. And I used to record dance covers in my room, and she would, and I'm a very spontaneous person. Okay, so it's very difficult for me to actually choreograph. All right, I cannot choreograph and then do something. I'm always like, okay, I'm just gonna do freestyle. Okay, so for freestyle to happen, and to for you to record a good video of it, to a good choreography of it, you need to take some good amount of takes. All right, so she would keep standing, and she would even take 100 takes if it meant that. If I am not satisfied and I say another take, even after 100 takes, she would still do that. I mean, that is how supportive my friends have been. And not just that, I mean, in everything she would tell me, no, do that like this, no, it's better like this. She would edit my things, because I'm a lazy ass. I suck at editing or whatever. I do not. I am like, okay, I'll just find somebody to do it, or someone who knows how to do it. So and she would do that. And so many efforts I've seen from their side. And even now, like, I see them so happy. There's no jealousy, there's no pettiness, there's nothing like that. It's just pure friendship and pure support. So and you actually need to find people like that. And through these journeys only, you will actually get to know who your loyal supporters are, who your real friends are. I mean, it's not the only friends. I have friends who actually, I used to live in a hostel, so they were not there with me, but those who have always been very supportive. They have always been very supportive, and they would promote my things, and they would be happy for me. And I think you are happy when, even see after seeing somebody else happy for you, you don't want those envy, because the whole world is there out there, for that. So you at least want your people who are around you to be happy for you. And through these journeys, through these failures, you will actually get to know who your real friends are, who your real supporters are, and who is happy for you, who is not, and who you can actually rely upon in the future. For example, if you now want to start something new, who are the first people that you're going to talk to? Right, I'm going to tell my friends, I'm going to tell my partner. These are the people that want to inform when whenever I want to start something, because I know that they are going to support me, and they're going to actually give me their real advices, their real suggestions. Nothing covered in sugar, nothing like that, honest opinion. And they will actually help me to make it better. So I think these are all the lessons that you actually get to learn. And I feel like so grateful for all the experiences, and all the people in my life. And yeah, I mean, I think it actually, did put a different perspective to a lot of things in your life, if you were not thinking it in this way. So yeah, I think if in the end you just be grateful that you get to experience those experiences, and you actually get to try out things and fail at them, and that you actually have people around you who are supportive in all the times. So yes, and that would end this session of this podcast. And I'll see you in the next one. Although I think I might make it a bit different, and maybe share any of my personal experiences if there are that, or maybe something else. But anyway, I hope it helped, and I am gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.